What's up everybody, Anthony from granddaddyHerps, and in this video it's going to be a September-October 2015 ball python collection video. This one's going to be just the babies, because I figured it'd be too long of a video to show my entire collection, because over the last year my collection has basically doubled. So what we have here is a male clown that's in deep blue shed. He's the new hatchling that I haven't showed off yet. We're showing off. This guy looked amazing right out of the egg. He was really yellow, but I figured since I'm gonna do a collection update, I'd show him anyway, even though he's in shed. But I did sex it. It is a male. Very happy that I was able to produce this guy. I like how busy it is. Like I said in the previous video, I like him either really busy or really reduced. But either way, there's not an ugly clown out there. Clown gene's good to have, and I'll be putting this guy into just about everything, holding everything back. Basically, the future with my entire collection is I want to do desert ghost, clown combos, mixed with just about everything in my collection. Go for some double recessives. That's the direction I'm eventually going to go, so hopefully within the next year I can get a nice size female desert ghost. But let's get moving, and I'll show you that guy when he gets out of shed, because I'm going to show off the whole the last two clutches when they're out of shed. So set that there. I'll show you another snake. So I know I show these guys off a lot, but here's my male Mystic Pastel, doing really good. Holding his colors really good. He's right at about a little over 200 grams if I would guess. I haven't weighed him in a while, but this clutch is just growing. The babies I held back from this first clutch of the year is just growing. And like I always say, I just really like those gold blushings. Just look awesome. This is in no way any relation to the gold blush Mojave stuff, but just the pastel gene mixed really well with the mystic gene. And if you guys remember, it was an Anthony McCain line mystic, the father was, and he's really blushed out, and he definitely passed it on to his babies. But just awesome, holding his colors, and definitely plans with this guy is super mystic, super pastel combos. Love to do that. Got a couple females lined up for him, so we'll be doing all right. But really nice blushed out head, clear belly. But yeah, let's put that guy away. Let's get to the next one. Since I have the sister handy, might as well show her off next. Camera's not doing good. It's making the blushings look silver. They're actually really orange. But this girl I really love, because she's just even more blushed out. Her blushings go a lot higher than his. But I like, you know, if I put her down, just the striping that goes all the way down. So I call her Stripes. And she's got the G right there. That's how I always know, like, really quickly that it's the girl versus the boy. It's just that's basically what I look for when I'm going through feeding and I'm going through cleaning, and I just want to get a quick like glance at who's who. And obviously I look for the striping as well, but this girl is going to be a female that's going to be with me for a while, long while, because this is a really powerful female to have as far as future breedings go. Pastel is really common, but pastel mystic together mixed with other things just does awesome stuff, especially with yellow belly, because you can see this is an already high blushing snake. When you add yellow belly, the flaming blushings just get ridiculous. So eventually she'll be bred. Not her first breeding definitely won't be with the pastel and yellow belly, but it'll be with the brother. But definitely the second pairing, that'd be something I would want to do. Go for some super pastel and combos with everything in between. But there's her, looking really good. Everything in the first clutch again is right at about 200 grams, with the exception of one of the snakes that I'll show you. She's a mouser, so she's like hit and miss, and then 1 week she took frozen thawed and she decided she didn't want to do frozen thawed the next week, so it's just kind of like I'll roll with it. We'll see where we end up. And then this little girl, I don't know if you remember her, she's a problem feeder, but I actually just finally got her to start eating mice hoppers. So she's still really small, and clutch number 2 is already pretty much beating her in size. But this girl, she just came out of shed. You see the yellow striping? I don't know where this little bit of blood came from. It probably got stuck on her tail end from the shed and ended up on her back, because sometimes when they shed, that little bit of blood comes out. Doesn't happen all the time, but it happens especially in babies. But she's a pastel karma, and she sits still. Might be able to get a hint of that red pupil. I love the karmas because they got the blue eyes with the red pupils. Second in line with the eyes on the Lucies are the super fires, because it's all black with red. Something about the red pupils, I just love them. But if you get a good look, if I can focus, I mean, she's really small. I'm feeding her today. I'll probably double up on her this week if she's willing to go. But she took her first, again, mouse fuzzy or hopper, whatever you want to say, this last week. So hopefully that's a good sign for future feedings. Because before I had a force feed her a pinky mouse, because that's all I could get her to do. And then like rat pup tails, that's all I could get her to eat on. So she's really small, but as you can see with the thickness of all my other snakes, once we get going, we'll get going. And what's good about the pastel mixed with the karma, it's easy to spot because you can see the yellow striping go all the way down. If I compare it to my regular karma, which matter of fact I'll show right now because I was planning on showing her in this video anyway, but there is actually a difference. Filming early in the morning, so my voice isn't all lubed up yet, but here's a regular karma. As you can see, there's yellow, but it's not like a pronounced yellow striping like the pastel karma. And if you guys don't remember, this is my special needs karma. What I mean by that is she was born with funky eyes. As you can see, it's like an enlarged eye on this side and then a small eye on the other side. And she definitely is blind, and I can tell with body language that she's blind because her head does like a small little wobble, and it's her just kind of her feeling her surroundings. But man, is she an aggressive eater. So she's gonna definitely stick around. I love this little girl. She's a lot of fun. She gets a lot of attention because she's special needs, and I take her out all the time. And she's actually my daughter's favorite snake. She has a thing for the white snake. She loves them. Look at that purple head. That's the thing, is she doesn't sit still. Her being blind, she's very active. Very, very purple head. She's got a nicer head, I think, personally, than the young pastel karma. The karma pastel doesn't have as purple of a head, but that's because, you know, pastel tends to blush out the heads on snakes. So let me get these guys put away. And the good thing is that regular karma, man, she is just doubled in size since I've got her. So she's right at about the 600 gram range. She's eating frozen thawed, small rats, and the first couple snakes I showed you, minus the clown, they're on frozen thawed fuzzy rats. Aggressively eating frozen thawed fuzzy rats like there's no tomorrow. My best eaters are definitely everything from clutch 1, and then this guy. This guy is probably my best eater. He'll double up if no one else will eat. He's finally starting to brown out a little bit, but this is my pastel Inchy yellow belly, and with each shed, man, that head stamp is just popping. When I first got him, it was there, but it wasn't that pronounced. So it's like the blacks are getting blacker, and then the butterfly head stamp is just starting to fade in. But this guy is just amazing to look at. It's hard to explain, but the camera's making him look yellow, but he's actually orange as hell. Like, you would think he's Orange Dream. if you saw him in person. But the belly, I just love the belly and like the almost like the iridescence look that he has on his side blushings. Come on, show off your belly. He doesn't want to flip over for me. Awesome. Huge plans for this guy. Pretty much when he gets up to size, he'll almost have a season dedicated to just him and the Spark. So I'm trying my best to get him going, and I think I'm gonna keep my female calico off of breeding until like he's ready to go. Because I think pastel inchy yellow belly calico combos and everything between that will just be knockout. Especially if you guys seen what the pastel mix with my calico did. I was debating on holding back that pastel calico because more and more as I look at it, I'm just like, damn, I want to keep him back. But I'm gonna sell him. I just don't need him, because as you'll see in my adult video that I'm gonna make after this, I've actually got, you know, some good combos. Like I have already the adult female calico, which if I breed this guy too, I mean, you know, the combos could be endless. So I wouldn't really need a pastel calico. I also have a what would you call it? A pewter calico female that's at about 900 grams to 1,000 grams already, so I just don't really need that. So it's basically a pastel cinnamon calico already, and it's a female, so I'm not going to be keeping that back after all. But I love this guy's eyes. My camera doesn't do good at close-up zooms, but let's get to the next one. Sorry for the long video, guys. A lot of people in the past told me they like long videos, and I do too, especially when you're looking at an assortment of ball pythons. So I'm just going down the list of tubs I got. Nice little holdback female right here. This is what I was calling what the hell was I calling this? It's been a while. Oh well, it's a calico cinnamon lesser, and I think this is a world's first. It's hard to pick it up on the camera, but you can see the whites bleeding through, and I can only, like especially right here, I can only imagine with each shed that it's just gonna get better and better. It's weird in person, it's like a milky white, and I've produced 3 other cinnamon lesser combos to be able to say this is 100% sure calico. I mean, you can already kind of see the peach fuzzing and the whites bleeding through all along the bottom. And this snake is extremely white, like looking, like really like soft colors. And I can only imagine what it's gonna look like when it gets older. Like, let me just really quickly show you the dad, just so you guys can see that that particular combo only gets better with age. It really does. I mean, look how bright and yellow this guy is, and his head is just so like light yellow and brown. So you can see with age the lesser and the cinnamon work together, and I mean, just look at the highlights on here on the tail. What's weird is none of these babies really got that tail pattern like him, like that long stripe. She's probably the closest one to having that long tail stripe. Yeah, I guess it's pretty similar, huh? But definitely underrated combo right here, the cinnamon lesser. Look how light that is. You know what I mean? Get pastel in there and good God. Okay. What an awesome female. Look at her just hanging out waiting for me. But huge plans for this girl in the future. Eventually I'll raise her up to replace the pewter calico. Okay. So there's that one. Again, let's go down the list. This is one snake I'm off and on debating whether selling or not, but definitely I'm going to keep it. I've already put this much time and effort into it. This is the darker looking bumblebee that I'm almost 100% sure has mystic. I was talking to this gentleman that he works a lot with the mystic gene, like definitely what I'm heading into, and he was telling me that's for sure mystic bumblebee, that he's produced a bunch, and that this is definitely a mystic bumblebee. So, you know, he's like, hold on to that, man. He's like, trust me. And you can see a lot of like the mystic looking patterns bleeding through here on the side and on the belly. Remember how blushed out the other ones were? You can see all these like little blushings like bleeding through, and it just has a different texture compared to most bumblebees, especially the other ones I've hatched and stuff. And it's just really dark looking. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to her, and if she doesn't prove out, and I'll get a clutch out of her, and I'll put a nice powerhouse male to her, and we'll see. Awesome female. I like this little splatter right here. That's how I can tell who she is like right away. But her sister is extremely bright, so I can tell them apart pretty easy anyway. That girl is the only other one that's not really sizing up too fast because she's a live mouse eater. Oh, we gotta hiss her. This girl's got attitude, but I love it because she's a beast eater. Look, damn, the camera's doing a good job picking up those gold highlights for once. This is my female stinger bee, and man, is she a smoker. I won her in an auction along with that pastel inchy yellow belly, and I was just after him, and then when I saw her in person, I was like, good God, you're staying here. For sure staying here. I mean, I've seen a lot of stinger bees, and I haven't seen them, and I'm not just bragging, I haven't seen them this bright, ever. That inchy gene that the guy was working with is just like a good one. That Bugs Bunny head stamp, look at that. And she's like high white. I mean, she's got like these yellows that are bleeding through. She's got literally no wobble. I've seen her like kind of do like a corkscrew like once, like not even like an extreme corkscrew. Like I've seen her just kind of like trying to get out and just kind of throw her head a weird way one time, but that's pretty much it. So huge plans. Definitely want to put her brother to her. Go for some super inchy stuff with everything in between. This girl is just freaking awesome. She'll replace my killer bee. Killer bees are cool, they're good to have because they got super pastel in it, but I just don't really need any more bumblebee combos, really. Even though that's what I'll get if I breed the inchy, but there's a lot more to it, to the inchy pastel yellow belly than just bumblebee. So look at those greens. It's almost like that gene that Kevin McCurley is working with. I forget what it's called. The Orion, I think it was. I don't remember, but it like pulls out greens. Awesome snake. This girl is growing. I think she's the biggest female out of like all the babies I had. She's pounding frozen thawed like no other. Like as soon as I open the tub, she sticks her head out and she snatches it from the tongs. She'll literally swallow the tongs if I let her. She's that beastie. Alright, the last two snakes I'm gonna show you. Awesome, this one just took a big poop. So I'm gonna be cleaning today. So this is my bumblebee female. Again, the guy that I was talking to that's produced a bunch of mystic stuff, he's saying, nah dude, she definitely has mystic. But we'll see. Sad face. Chain link design, but she's really bright. I was gonna sell her and I offered her for sale a couple times, but you know, these damn window shoppers, man, they don't pull the trigger quick enough, so that's their loss, man. So I literally put her up for sale for like a day, and then like the dude saw her and he's like, nah man, you better keep that, that's got mystic. And I was like, I keep going back and forth whether it has it or not, but it's just so bright and it's got a different tone of yellow, and so I'm like, maybe you're right, I think it does have mystic, but again, we'll see. Awesome. Love this female. Beast eater. She's growing like a weed. And you know, who cares if she has it or not? I mean, she's just gorgeous, and you know, pairing her to some other like stuff like the pastel and yellow belly would just really make some wicked looking bright snakes. So love this little girl. Bumblebees are what got me into ball pythons, so I don't think I'll ever stop producing them, really. Alright, the last snake I'm going to show you today in this long video. I'm already at 20 minutes. I don't really make 20-minute videos, but this is why I did a 2-part collection. This is my Mystic Fire Spider. And this thing is just nuts. It's extremely bright and vibrant. The camera can't really pick it up, but as far as like a brown snake goes, this thing is just wicked looking. There's times where like these little blushings look purple. Really bright spine thanks to the fire gene. Fire goes so nice with spider. Wicked looking head stamp. Faded out alien heads. It's cool when you see combos mixed with spider and there's absolutely no white in them. This thing just ate, I think 2 days ago. See the purple right here? It's the food. But yeah, guys. Collection's definitely grown a lot, especially a lot of you guys who followed me since, you know, the beginning, or even more recently. This year I got a lot of snakes I held back and picked up. But stay tuned for the next video. It's gonna be my adults, and like I got like a sub-adult to show you too. But yeah, guys, as always, Anthony from granddaddyHerps. Thanks to all my subscribers for all the support. Subscribe if you aren't already. Give it a thumbs up. It really helps out. The thumbs up, seeing them, you know, people were liking my videos. It keeps me going. Thanks, guys. Peace.